From arranged marriages to extravagant celebrations, planning and preparing for the wedding of your dreams is a time to have fun and be unique. It is the one day where it is all about you and the love of your life. How will you make it perfect? Weddings have been a common subject in my household for the past 2 years, as I have seen my oldest sister get married, and I am now helping prepare for my next oldest sister's wedding this summer. I often find myself dreaming about this very topic, and how I will plan my wedding someday. Although dreaming is fun, there will come a day when I too will have to face the many steps in planning for a wedding. I hope that by giving you a brief history on weddings and some of the main steps involved, you will begin to get excited about planning your own wedding someday as well. I often ask myself, what were the weddings like in the olden days? According to Sherry and Bob from an article on aboutmarriages.com, the first marriages were always arranged. It was when the father of a boy and the father of a girl families of the two would come together, and they would suggest that they would get married for economic reasons. They were never actually in love. Also on this website, I found the interesting history behind the engagement ring and how the circle of it represents unity and love that should last forever. From the moment your one true love gets down on one knee and asks if you'll marry him, many things come flying into your mind all at once. The very first thing that people usually pick is their date. Choosing a date is very important because you want it in the time of the year that you like the most, whether it be spring, summer, fall, or winter. After you've chosen the date, you should pick the location. According to multiple wedding magazines, the 3 most used locations are the traditional church, outdoor wedding, and destination weddings. Garden weddings tend to be 25% higher in price versus the church wedding because you have to haul equipment out and all the other miscellaneous rental that takes place. Destination weddings are also not commonly used because, for one, you won't have as many people there because it's strictly family that would come because of the cost, and there's a lot of extra planning that goes into having a destination wedding. Organization is the second most important part in planning a wedding. According to an article entitled Problem Solved, they state that you must set a budget for yourself first, and then make a checklist. Once you have set a budget, then you know exactly what you can spend and where you can go with catering, dresses, flowers, etc. After you have organized your wedding, you should choose your colors. Colors should go with the season, so light, cool colors like purples and blues for spring, and maybe a little brighter colors for summer, and softer colors again for winter. Choosing a bride's dress should be a dress that is about your personality and kind of states who you are. And also, when choosing the bridesmaid dresses, you should pick a dress that looks good on everybody and that can be worn in multiple ways. Flowers are also a very important part of the wedding because certain flowers have different meanings. And according to Rebecca Sawyer on Popular Petals article, she lists the top 3 flowers, and they are the calla lily, which can be used all year round because they come in multiple colors, the rose, which represents love and happiness, which is a very traditional flower, and then the stephanotis, which is a simple flower that also comes in multiple colors and is very inexpensive. After you've been through the chaos of picking out dresses, planning the date and location, you have to invite your guest. There are 2 steps in sending out invites. The first is to save the date, which should be sent out probably 5 months before your wedding. This should be a simple card or a magnet that gives the date and time. And then 2 months before your actual wedding, you should send out the formal invites, which has the colors of your wedding and also kind of gives the person that's being invited a good idea of what they should expect. In summary, after you've done all the invites and completed the main steps, picking a location, having a budget, taking care of the wedding party, and sending out invites, you're on the right track to having a stress-free wedding. And now that you know the main steps and some of the things that go into planning a wedding, remember that the most important part is to have fun, so that your happily ever after is picture perfect.